What was your welcome to college basketball moment, if you have one or remember one?
Well, so my freshman year, I got mono from two of my teammates, but I was inexperienced enough to go to the health center, whereas my teammates did not. So then I was out for a month and also like absolutely exhausted. So I missed like a good chunk of my freshman year, first semester. And it was like definitely a wake up call. Like one, no, not really, but one, lie about your illnesses. Not really, don't do that, especially mom. But um, also, if some person gets sick on the team, everybody's about to get sick. So
Absolutely.
yeah, rough start freshman year. But
What was your welcome to college basketball moment for both of you freshman year?
I'm not really sure what mine was. I just know that there was a senior on the team, Brenda, and she like totally took me under her wing and like had me over. She lived off campus, and that was a lot of fun.
Well, since I know this is being edited, I would have to say when I was at prep, and one of my teammates comes over to me and says, "Hey, you have a blood stain on your shorts." And I was mortified. I was a freshman. I was like, ran to the locker room. I was like, wanted to change, and I was like, "No, I don't." And later, Lara and I were talking because we were freshmen. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, did you see me run away at practice? I ran down to the bathroom." I said, she told me I had a blood stain on my shorts. And Lara's like, "Oh my gosh, she told me that too." So.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment?
So I was thinking about this. I don't know that there's one moment in particular, but I think just being a part of the UAA and like that first road trip that you take when you're flying somewhere and you're really traveling, because in high school you travel, you take buses, you do that, but flying someplace really kind of puts a different spin on it, and you realize like, wow, I'm in college and this is different and it's the real deal.
Right, that's what I was looking forward to, but can't have that this season.
Not yet.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment, if you had one?
I think it was just like not playing like for a lot of my freshman year for like the first half of my freshman year. And I think it was also kind of having to like be mature and be an adult and go to my coach and say like, hey, what can I do to play? Like, what can I do to make the team better? I think that that's like something that a lot of people have to go through. I think when they get into college basketball, nobody's like riding the bench in high school and then going and playing college basketball.
Right.
So I think just like the shock of not starting, not getting a lot of minutes, I was kind of like, what's going on? But I think that like going and talking to Carol was like the best move I could have made, because like she gave me realistic things and like things I could do to get myself back on the court, and like I did them, and I was playing the next game pretty much, or like 2 games later. So I think it was like the shock of not playing, number one, and then like number two, like having to like, I don't know, like put my tail between my legs and walk into her office and like not beg for playing time, but kind of figure out like what's going on and what do I need to do.
Definitely.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment?
I came to college to work at Carol's. I don't think it was Carol's camp, but maybe it was, she was partnering with someone and they were running a basketball camp in the summer. I don't know if she still does that. Does she still do it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't do it because like I would be in Canada for the summer, but I feel like she definitely does.
Yeah. So I came to work at that camp. So what I liked about that is I was able to meet a lot of people in my class. So I knew them before I actually came to college, which was nice.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I have like a specific memory of, walking onto campus, but I do remember meeting everyone, working at the camp, and feeling like I made a good connection with people with other people on the team. Like, oh, okay, I feel like this could be my my family or my group. Like I fit in here, which was great because I was nervous.
Yeah. Nerve-wracking.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment?
I'd say either the 6 a.m. mile for day one of practice or the double sessions and more rigorous, longer, intense practices than high school that led to my needing surgery after freshman year to fix my ankle.
Ooh, that's not fun.
Good times.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment? Do you guys understand what that means?
Is it supposed to be like welcome to college basketball? You got
like
served. Is that
Yeah,
what
I was
it's
not
like,
thinking that. I was thinking the Halloween party.
Ooh.
Oh,
I just had a
That's
lot
a
of fun that night, and I feel like that night we were like,
welcome to college, bro.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's because Hannah had surgery that day. Like she couldn't go to the party. So like my first time, because I transferred to Brandeis my sophomore year, so it was like my first time like not having my sister, and just like everyone, like Paris said last time, everyone was so much fun, like so welcoming, and I think that was like I'm so happy I came to Brandeis like moment.
Oh, that's a good way to look
This
at
is
it.
positive.
Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be like.
Mine's actually about you, Hev, and you probably don't remember it. You probably don't remember it. But no, it was like one of the first days of practice. Of course, like the soreness and stuff is something that welcomes, but the first official day of practice, Heather just stripped me. Like, just stripped me. And I was just so embarrassed and so upset because, like, it had been so long since someone did it, and she did it so easy, and I was just like, so that was kind of my like, okay, like you're not playing with like high schoolers anymore, you know?
Yeah.
That was my welcome to basketball.
Paris, what's your scripted response?
I don't know if you guys remember, but it was like preseason, and I was like, when I first came to Brandeis, I wasn't very social. I didn't really talk to my teammates until like
you came over and had cookies with us.
yeah. Until they invited me over, pretty much. And I don't know, I just wasn't really cool. But
yes, you were.
Paris, you're so cool.
There was this one practice, and it was preseason, and we were in the gym upstairs, and we did like a mix of, I think Hannah was on my team, and Nikki and Maria were on the other team, and Frankie was on my team, and I like stripped the ball from Nikki, and she came like after me.
I remember that, Paris.
Like, I don't know. Full-fledged.
Two-hand shoved you.
Cycled me.
Oh my
Boom,
god,
and
I do remember that.
It was near like the wall, right? I remember that.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I was like, all right, welcome to Brandeis.
I would have been pissed.
You were pretty pissed, Paris.
I don't think they like me very much.
Oh, Paris.
Like, that's just like Nikki's, like, if you know. No, yeah, like, we love Nikki.
Yeah.
The competitor,
That's the thing, like, the greatest part I feel like about the basketball team is that you can get pissed at each other, like, on the court, but then all of a sudden, right after practice, you're like, oh, guys, I'm like, so, I don't know, like, you just.
My bad.
Yeah, exactly.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment?
I think it was probably realizing that Carol was serious about having to run like a 7-minute mile at the beginning of the first day of practice. I don't know if you guys still do that, but I remember them. You don't do that? It was brutal. But, I remember like going out to the track, and we were trying to do it, and I was like, wow, this is going to be brutal. And it was. So
What happened if you didn't get it in 7 minutes?
She used to make us come back every morning. And so we would try the first day of practice, and then if you didn't hit it the first day, you have to come back every morning until you made the 7-minute mile. It was not a good time. You guys don't have that anymore? That's very disappointing.
I guess so. Lucky for me.
Did she make you do like the beep test or anything?
No.
God, I played in the wrong time, I think.
I remember the beep test from like high school gym class.
Yeah, like that beep test. I think she switched from the mile to the beep test, but I was only the mile, thank God.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if we even do anything like that. I guess we do 16s.
Wait, 16s, not even 17s? Shorten that too? Like, I definitely need to come back. That's awesome.
What would you say was your welcome to basketball moment at college?
I think my welcome to basketball moment, and I think it's probably happened, a little bit later than probably most, but it was returning from Thanksgiving my freshman year. Coach, I actually flew home to Rochester for Thanksgiving and was flying back. So I was going to be arriving a little late to practice. And when I walked into practice, the team was already running and there were 4 trash cans, one on each corner of the court for those individuals that needed them. So I think that was really my, there are no days off and welcome to college basketball. We're getting back on the grind, and if you guys need a trash can, just make it to the trash can was essentially the rule.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like the practices always coming back from Thanksgiving were so tough. Just like eating so much food and like being home for like the first few days.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment?
Oh, I think I have 2. So the first one was the first day of pickup my freshman year, which is like maybe 10 hours after you step onto the campus.
Yep.
So it was the very first day of pickup, and I ended up having, I don't know why, but I ended up having to guard one of the seniors, Nikki, which like obviously would never happen. It was so
I heard about her.
I was like running around spinning around like a top, and I cried after because I was just that like I wasn't gonna make it. So after a week I got used to it, but that was definitely like a welcome to college basketball moment.
Oh my God.
And then another one would probably be after our first lifting session with Ron, who is our old trainer. Like one of the first sessions we had to, the end of the session was like a game. And so you kind of throw a medicine ball to your partner and then like move back. And I could not throw a medicine ball because I was so weak, had never lifted ever in high school or anything.
Never?
And I remember, no, like we never lifted. I stepped in the weight room for the first time, like right before college, because they sent us like the workout packet and everything. So I was literally a string bean. And I didn't even last like 2 tosses. And he was like, well, considering you're playing college basketball, like we're going to have to work on this. You're going to have to be able to throw a medicine ball.
Oh my God. Wow.
Those were tough, but I graduated and I can probably throw a medicine ball now.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow. Quite a welcome.
Yeah.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment?
That's an easy one. Carol used to require us to run a timed 8-minute mile. And now, like that I'm out of basketball, if I'm running, you should follow suit because that means like stuff's going down. So like running is not my strong suit. I can deal with sprints, but like long distance running in any capacity where I'm timed gave me major anxiety. So I actively tried to avoid all prep work for this mile. And then we had to run it, and I puked at the end. That was fun. I don't think you have to do that anymore, but I feel like you can probably.
Haven't been told me after yet, but we'll see. Might be a surprise. First day of practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, first day of practice was yesterday, right?
Oh, because of like the weird.
Oh my gosh!
It's
Yeah.
the 19th. That's our first day.
Oh, gotcha.
But even then, it's like random protocols we have to like follow and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't know by now, Macy, then you don't have to run it. So consider yourself lucky.
That's good. What was your welcome to college basketball moment?
Well, I think because I was down there for practice, Benny Friedman was the athletic director and Harry Stein was the men's basketball coach. And because of that, he asked me, I'd never been to camp in my life. And he asked me if I wanted to go to a camp in the Poconos. This Ace Weinstein was a big financial giver to the athletic department. I mean, he was like Joe Lindsay of his time. So I did go. So, and I tutored also the football players. So that was my introduction. I mean, that's how I, sort of what happened. As I said, we were brand new out of nowhere.
Too.
I just remember like my first practice of just October 15th and just really being so nervous, but then being the most sore I have ever been. And I was a frequent ice bather, so I was in that ice bath every year religiously, first 2 weeks of the season, and usually even after that, and multiple times throughout this season of like, my body is going to shit. I need to recover somehow.
Yeah.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment?
I was thinking about this and I was gonna say like probably the first elbow I ever got from Lauren Orlando, because I wasn't really used to playing with that tall of people, and Lo was just ginormous compared to me. But I would say probably like the first game, like the first like real warm up, like being in the locker room, going down, grabbing your pin, like just kind of getting ready for the game. I think that was like the first like, wow, you're in college moment. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So they
Okay.
made it up? Oh my gosh.
It was only one person. Yeah, made it up. Told us individually, both of us individually. We were the only freshmen at the time, so that was entertaining to her. Then we realized it was a joke, and then we were like, oh, that's so funny.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
But we chose not to do that to our freshmen.
We definitely haven't continued that either. I haven't had that happen.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment?
My welcome to college basketball moment was, I remember walking around in my dorm first day and I see my arch rival from high school walking down the corridor. Carol didn't tell me that Chrissy Newhall was going to be on the team, and she played for PBI, I played for Everett High, and I was like, what is that? And I remember calling Carol being like, what's going on? You didn't tell me. Like, it's the biggest deal in the world. And she's like, listen, you guys are going to be best friends. I'm like, I'm never going to be her friend. Forget it. And of course, our team became very close, but that was like, oh shit.
Can imagine.
Who I'm playing with, great. She's never going to pass me the ball, great. But it worked out really well, actually. We became great friends.
Next question. What was your welcome to college basketball moment? Do you have one?
Let me think. Did I, coming from New Hampshire and, playing in a public high school basketball, when I got to Brandeis, I was so impressed with, we had team dinners before games, we had a very tough coach my freshman year. She only stayed for 2 years, but it was really, it was much more professional than I had anticipated. Certainly not like high school.
Yeah.
And I was telling Carol, my freshman year in college was the first time women's basketball switched from stationary guards, stationary forwards, to rovers. I was a rover, to 5-man roving teams. So it was a whole, what?
That it blows my mind that that's how basketball was played.
Well, when you read this Dust Bowl girl, they could only take 3 steps and stop and pass. I mean, it was a whole different game. I guess they thought women were so fragile they couldn't run up and down a basketball court. So my freshman year, we had to learn how to all 5-man roving teams.
Yeah.
I mean, it was easy for me because I was always a roving guard, but my best friend that I played with, she was a stationary player. So now you have to move. So that was a really interesting change that we had, but it was fun.
Yeah.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment? You're like, this is college basketball.
Got anything?
Like being on time. Okay.
Mine was like, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Probably just like the seniors, like kind of like they just seemed so much older than us, and like they just kind of like laid down the rules. They were pretty cool though. I don't know, nothing crazy was like, I didn't get like thrown to the ground or like welcome to Brandeis. Like nothing like that happened. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.